We're going to talk about places to find this position and how to reassert this position when it goes wrong. So the first one I want to talk about is when our partner inevitably gets to turtle and what to do there. So if I had Kevin down, I might have to show this, and he has turtled all the way back up. Now I still have my harness grip because I had that as he ran to turtle. So from here, I'm going to put my knee into his knee and I'm going to pull him back over that. So I don't want to get stuck there, so I pull my leg back out, and now he falls right into that spot. So they rolled up while we had him in this harness, and now they're turtled, but we still have this harness. I'm going to put a barrier at his knee with my shin, and I'm going to pull him back with my whole body. My whole body weight is sinking back and down, and as soon as he hits his hip, now I'm sprawling back out to maintain this position. From here, I'm just going to hang out. I'm not in a rush now for any kind of attack. They're in a rush to get out. So hang out while they freak out a little bit, start establishing controls, positions, looking for those grips we've been talking about, toggling these things back and forth. So Kevin's rolled up while I had him in a harness grip. I keep that grip in tight. I'm making sure he doesn't do anything silly like overwrap my arm and Peterson roll me, whatever. This knee is just gonna create a barrier at his knee. And I'm sat out so that my leg is straight against his leg. And now my whole body's gonna rock. Again, if I sit down and pull him, that's not gonna work, right? We're always maintaining connection when we're trying to move our partners around. So I'm hugging him in tight to my body, and I just sit back to my hip, and he will come with me, and I scoot back one, and now we're back into this position we started. Alternatively, he could roll towards me, right? So as he rolls towards me, one easy way to keep this position is to just run around him. I'm gonna send my arm underneath and slide all the way around. And he's gonna roll back towards me on the other side. I'm gonna slide my hand underneath and go all the way around. And I'm just gonna make him keep doing that dance with me until he gets tired of it. So whether he's turtling, whether he's coming back towards me, there's a lot of ways to reassert this position. Let's go over now some of the spots we find this position. Honestly, I try and weave a lot of my rolls into this position. You can do it from a lot of different places, but I'll talk about maybe the two most basic for you to start with. And then as you're rolling, the more you look for it, the more you find that connection of your chest to their scapula, the more you're gonna see this spot is kind of everywhere. And again, for me, it's all about the safety of it. When I roll with bigger and more experienced people, this is a place I want to hang out so that I have time to collect my wits, because they can't submit me from there, and I have time to react to all their escapes before I'm in a dangerous position. So one of the places that I like to toggle back and forth from is off of my back tape. So we went over the chair sit, maybe I've ended up on the back from this position, I have the harness, and he starts escaping on this side. I'm immediately gonna push my chest into his shoulder and walk my legs away from him. And now I'm here, this elbow pulls hard on that rib cage, and I start sinking back and down. Now, notice where my chin and chest are. If he's up here and I sink back and down, I'm pulling him down to his back. Now he has some offense. If my chest is connected to him and my chin's connected to his shoulder, as I squirm backwards, I just pull him into that. And now we can start all of our series of attacks again. So let's look at that one more time. I have the back, I have the harness. He starts escaping, hips to the sky like he should. I'm gonna drag my chest into him, and I'm just gonna send my hips away from me. So now I'm laying down, my hips stay in the ground, I start scooting back with that weight and pulling my elbows into my rib cage. He just happens to be in my way. And for me, the other most common position to get this out of is out of side control, obviously. So we're in side control, and maybe this is a good time to just talk a little bit about pressure in general. If I'm laying directly on top of somebody, I'm not very much motivating them with my pressure. I want to be moving through someone when I'm on top of them. So if I have just your general side control here, and I'm laying on top of him, he has no reason to run away from me, because he can get his guard back. But if I'm laying through him and he knows that that is not an option, he's gonna start thinking about going to turtle, right? So as he goes that direction, I let this arm come through and I come back down. Once we have this, we grab a gift wrap, we grab a harness, we can stay, notice my chin is staying connected to his shoulder, my chest is staying connected to his back. It's all staying in super nice and tight. That's pretty much it from that position. It works even better. Sometimes I'll be in this sit-out position. From here, there's not a ton of submissions from here, but I can just start pushing this arm across his face, and then I sink back. Notice I was on top, and then I sink back as he rolls forward, and that traps him right in the hole. If I stay on top as he rolls forward, he starts to escape. I'm way over the top of him here, and now he's taking me down. But we always want to be thinking about where his shoulder is on that midline, and can I sink back and push him forward with it. There's a tension of pushing him forward with the shoulder, caging him with the harness. Pushing him forward with the shoulder, caging him with the harness. If we can get that balance down, however we end up in this position, sometimes he reaches through the hole. If I'm going for like an Americana, he'll reach his hand through. Boom, great time to just give up on that Americana and find yourself in this harness position.